So, World of Warship Splits is still down, so I'm going to be making some more PUBG content, I guess. Hope you guys like it. So, today I'm going to do another informative video, but this isn't just about the weapons, this is about kind of strategy in PUBG Mobile. I'm going to be teaching you how to have the optimal strategy. Now, here's the thing. Number one, why should you listen to me? Because there's a lot of these videos that don't give any credentials, and I kind of feel like I need to give credentials. So, I have almost almost 200 hours in this game. I'm also a content creator. It's my job. Wow, I didn't even realize I got that. And this season, played 21 matches with a 90.5% win ratio, 100% top 10 ratio, and a 9.0 kill death ratio this season. So I feel like that is fitting credentials. I didn't even realize I got this. Like I don't even remember getting that. So I'm gonna tell you some pinpoint strategies, some good places, some good spawn locations, and some good team play strategies. Number one, sniping is an epic strategy. A lot of people like sniping is really underrated in a lot of like strategy games, and I feel like that's just why people find it boring. It's just because people find it boring. But I will guarantee you, if you snipe, if you sit back and snipe, not only will you live longer, but you'll also get more kills and you'll be a better help to your team. Brawling is fun, but it only actually results in a lot of kills if you're incredibly skilled at it, which most people who play this game aren't. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man. I said before that every battle royale kind of has its signature. Everyone on Call of Duty is racist and can't stop swearing. Everyone on Valorant is not mentally stable. Everyone on Fortnite is super cringy, and everyone on PUBG has the IQ of a demented snail. Now, of course, that's just slander parody. Obviously, not everyone's like that, but that's just like from my experience, and it's just the internet meme of that. So, well, that isn't an internet meme, but I'm trying to make it one. Anyway. Sniping is really underrated in a lot of battle royales, but it's actually a really good strategy. And staying passive is also a really good strategy. I had this one game where I was in a 5v1. A 5v1. And do you know how I won it? I sat behind a tree with an M24 and picked off guys from like 50 yards. That's how I won it. Except for this one guy who randomly tried to rush the tree that I was behind, and I just lit him up with an M762, and he died. But, that should showcase that, staying passive is a really good strategy. What's weird about that, I was in a 5v1, there were 5 players. It credits me with 4 kills, and in the replay it says I got 6 kills, and I killed all of them. So that's weird. Alright. Another thing, DMRs are god tier. A lot of people like undersell DMRs and say that like, oh, snipers are better, or you might as well just be using an AR, but DMRs actually have a lot of place. And of course, you guys have probably seen the most recent update where I think every DMR got a tactical attachment mounting. So you can put full auto mods on DMRs now. Which is insanely overpowered. I understand why they did that. A lot of DMRs are fully automatic. It's like, I mean, it does add a lot to the game, but like, I feel like it's just busted. I feel like it's like the FAMAS. Like, it's realistic. Is it realistic? Yes. Is it overpowered? Yes, very much. So, I feel like that mechanic should stay, but maybe it should be nerfed because it's a really overpowered mechanic. Although sniper rifles are also really good, I really do like the damage, especially since the Mosin Nagant got buffed in the most recent update. It can now one shot with chest shots, at least in my experience it can. Whereas previously the only 2 sniper rifles that could do that were the AMR and the AWM, which you can see my avatar holding right now. Those were the only 2. Alright, let's see. Another one. Spawn. Choose your spawn carefully, like very carefully choose your spawn. I tend to spawn in places that have good loot tables, but Not a lot of people spawn there. Some examples of places that have good loot tables, but not a lot of people spawn there. The port at the back of Sosnovka is one of my favorites. Severny is becoming increasingly popular with me. The factory is a really good one. Novorepnoy. Novorepnoy is becoming a little bit more popular of a spawn point, but I still spawn there sometimes. And Stalber and Sosnovka are also pretty good, although a lot of people go to Sosnovka, but it's so spread out that like you're probably not going to run into too many people. I would just try to avoid Georgopol, Yasnaya Polyana, and Pochinki because a ton of people spawn there. My friend Max always goes there, but he has 15 KD, so he is justified. He is very much justified. I've never played a game with that man where he got less than 11 kills, I think. I might be exaggerating, but like I think that's what it is. Another thing that is very, very important is to choose your weapon carefully. I already did some videos on what the best ARs are, but you guys probably already saw that. Another very good class is shotguns are pretty good. I really only use the Saiga 12. That's really the only one that I see worthy of using, but they do a lot of damage, so they're really good at CQB. And M249 is another one of my favorite weapons. This is an absolute beast. You just feel like heavy weapons guy slinging this thing around. You get 150 rounds of 5.56. Sure, the accuracy is terrible, but does that really matter when you have 150 rounds? And another thing related to weapons. In my experience, SMGs, they're just mid. I know I'm gonna get like some criticism for saying that, but they're just mid, to be honest. Like, ARs can do the job better. They have higher damage. A lot of them are more customizable. You don't trade firing rate or anything, and the only downside of ARs is slightly worse recoil. And that's not even a really big issue when you can kill anything in 8 shots anyway. So I just feel like SMGs definitely have a place, but like I just don't really use them personally. Really, the only ones I use are the Bison and the Victor, and in my opinion, those are really the only ones that are actually worth using over anything else. Tommy gun is good as well, but you can't mount scopes on it, so that's a downside. And also another thing related to shotguns. I've seen a lot of people using the S1897. Don't, it's a piece of crap. Like, it does good damage, but that's literally the only thing it has going for it. It only gets 5 shots. It's manual. You can't put a scope on it. It takes a long time to reload for a 5-shot weapon. And it's just not very good. If you want a 5-shot manual weapon, go with an M24. It does way more damage. And you can buy it in the shop. And it's easier to find ammo for it as well. And that's really most of the advice that I have. Only other thing is, like, support your teammates, please. Like, a lot of people really underrate team play, but team play is important. Like, team play is very important. Every teammate that is alive on your team increases your chance of winning. You are twice as likely to win with 2 skilled teammates than you are to win with 1 skilled teammate. So keep your teammates alive. Also, it gives you better merit and more match points if you recall and rescue your teammates. So that's another reason to do it. There's way too many people who will just ignore their dead teammates or just like pass them up. Like if it's endangering to yourself, that's one thing, but at least recall them. So recall your teammates, support your teammates, rescue your teammates, help your teammates, because team play is important. Team play definitely increases your chance of winning. And that's another reason why sniping is actually really good. It's because you can support your team from a long distance without actually endangering yourself. Because there's a lot of people who will just go in YOLO, like with an AR, just like, oh, I'm going to rush these guys head on. and then they'll die after getting like 2 kills. With sniping, you can get double as many kills without dying, and you'll get medals for it because you did it from long distance. And it's also really good because it helps improve your aim, which is something that a lot of PUBG players lack. Last match I was sniping with my Mini 14 that I had a full auto mod on, which is really overpowered, by the way. And I saw these 2 guys like 120 meters away. I was at Novorotnoy. It was 3 guys, 2 of whom were on a team together, and 1 of whom they were fighting. They were literally like non-stop spraying full auto at each other for like a solid minute and a half, and I don't think I saw a single hit. I don't think I saw any of them get a single hit. I killed all of them. I killed all of them from long range because I was sitting there sniping. I ended up getting 9 kills that match, and did not go well for them. Anyway, that's really all the advice I have, guys. Have a good time. Bye.